Welcome to my channel Maths Pursuit. Today we will look into the questions from the chapter called Statistics. Hello friends, may I request you to please click on the subscribe button below this video.
The given question is 100 surnames were randomly picked up from a local telephone directory and the frequency distribution of the number of letters in the English alphabets in the surnames was obtained as follows. And they have given the number of letters and number of surnames. So when the number of letters is within 1 to 4, number of surnames is 6, 4 to 7, 30, 7 to 10, 40, 10 to 13, 16, 13 to 16, 4, 16 to 19, 4. Determine the median number of letters in the surnames. Find the mean number of letters in the surnames. Also find the modal size of the surnames. So guys, as per the question, we need to find out the mean, median and mode. So let us see how we are going to solve this question. As per the given question, we are going to find out the mean, median and mode. So this is the data that the question has given to us. This is the data, or this is the information that the question has given to us. So if you look here, they have given in one row as number of letters, and in another row they have given number of surnames. So in one row number of letters, in another row number of surnames, and they have given like 1 to 4, 4 to 7, 7 to 10, 10 to 13, 13 to 16 and 16 to 19. So if you look here, the class height or the difference between this upper limit and the lower limit is 3. Whatever the data you find out here, the class height or the difference between the upper limit and lower limit, it is 3. That means 4 minus 1 you will get 3, 10 minus 7 3, or 13 minus 10 3. Now in another row they have given number of surnames 6, 30, 40, 16, 4, 4. This number of surnames is nothing but this is the frequency. This is the frequency, or this is the number of occurrence. So we are going to conclude this number of surnames as the frequency. Now let us see how we are going to calculate. We will first start with the calculation of our mean. We will first of all perform the calculation in finding out the mean. Now guys, let us look at the screen. I have posted the data in a new tabular form. If you look here to the screen, you will see that I have posted the given data in a tabular form. We are going to use our calculation, as we all know that in order to make our calculation, we require the data in a particular tabular form. So for that reason, I have converted the data into a tabular form, because this is what required. This is the format. In one column we have number of letters, and in another column we have number of surnames, which is the frequency. Now guys, as I told you, we are going to first of all find out the mean. We are first of all going to find out the mean number of letters in the surnames. So in order to find the mean, let us first of all total the frequency. So our first job, before we start our workout, we are going to first of all total this frequency, that is sum total of Fi, and this sum total of Fi will come to 100. If you add all these figures like 6 plus 30 plus 40 plus 16 plus 4 plus 4, we will get 100. But it is always advisable to check this total with the given question, because this total will definitely match with the figure in the given question. If you look here, they have already given 100 surnames were randomly picked up. So 100, this 100 should match with what is being given in the question. If this figure doesn't match, then we should ensure that our calculation is wrong, and we should ensure to correct it. After finding out the Fi, our next job is to find out the class mark. So we are now going to find out the class mark. After finding out the class mark only, we will decide which method we are going to follow. That is, whether we are going to follow the direct method, or the assumed mean method, or the step deviation method. Everything depends upon this class mark. Looking at the class mark figures, we will take a decision. So let's see how we are going to find out the class mark. The class mark, we calculate the class mark as upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So if you look here to the number of letters column, the upper limit is 4 and the lower limit is 1. So that means 4 plus 1 divided by 2, we will get 2.5. So guys, if we can move ahead in doing like this for the rest of the figures, but in order to make our calculations more easy and more fast, what we can do, we know the class height is 3. That means the upper limit minus lower limit is 3. So we will add this 3 to the class mark that we get in order to get the next class mark. For example, like 2.5, if I add 3, I will get 5.5. This 5.5 is going to be my next class mark. And here also, if you As I told you, if you add the upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2, we will also get 5.5. Now after getting 5.5, I will add again 3, which will come to 8.5. Then I will add again 3, which will come to 11.5. Then I will add 3, I will get 14.5. And then finally, if I add 3, I will get 17.5. So guys, after finding out the class mark, we could see that the class mark figures are little larger, not very huge figures. So if the figures are little larger, not huge figures, then we can go for the assumed mean method. So here I have decided to move ahead with the assumed mean method. So as we have decided to go ahead with the assumed mean method, let us write down the formula for the assumed mean method. It is always advisable to write the formula for the mean that we are going to calculate. So we are going to use the assumed mean method. So we are going to use the assumed mean method, and the formula for the assumed mean method, we very well know that mean is equal to a plus mean deviation, deviation of the mean, a plus deviation of the mean. So this is what required. A is assumed mean. We can assume any of the mean from the class mark. What is mean of deviation? Mean of deviation is equal to sum total of frequency into deviation upon sum total of frequency. So mean of deviation is given by sum total of frequency into deviation upon sum total of frequency. So that means, first of all, we are going to find out the deviation, and then we are going to multiply frequency with deviation, and then we are going to find out the sum total of frequency into deviation upon frequency. Then once we get the mean of deviation, we will add with assumed mean to get the final mean. So let us see, we will do step by step here. Let us focus our attention again on this table. Now, as I told you, we are going to find out the deviation. We are going to find out the deviation, that is di. So di is equal to nothing but class mark minus assumed mean. Di is nothing but class mark minus assumed mean. So what is assumed mean here? Assumed mean is any of the figures that you can pick up from this class mark column. So any of the figures you can pick up for the purpose of assumed mean. Just we are assuming that this is the mean. This is not the final mean. So I am going to take 8.5 as the assumed mean. You can consider any of the figures, 2.5, 5.5, 11.5, with whatever the figure you feel suitable you can pick up, but here I am going to take 8.5. Now let us calculate it out. So class mark minus assumed mean. Our first class mark is 2.5. So 2.5 minus 8.5. So we will get minus 6. Then 5.5 minus 8.5, we will get minus 3. Then 8.5 minus 8.5, we will get 0. Always you will get a 0 in the row or in the column where you have picked up the assumed mean. Then 11.5 minus 8.5, we will get 3, then 6, then 9. So these are the figures that we got for di. Now we are going to find out frequency into deviation, because this is a part of the formula. If you look into the formula, we have sum total of frequency into deviation. So we are going to find out Fi di, and then we are going to find out sum total of Fi di. Then we are going to find out sum total of Fi di. Now Fi di. So first Fi or first frequency is 6, and first deviation is minus 6. So if I multiply, I will get minus 36. Then the second figure is 30 minus, and then the di is minus 3. So if I multiply, I will get minus 90. Then I will get 0. Then we will get 16 into 3 is 48. Then we will get 4 6 are 24. Then we will get 4 9 are 36. These are the figures that we got for Fi di. Now I am going to add these all together, these figures. If I add all together these figures, I am going to get minus 18. So this is what we got for summation of Fi di. So after getting the summation of Fi di, we can find out the mean deviation. So I can write here, or mean deviation is equal to sum total of deviation, that is minus 18 upon summation of Fi. So summation of Fi, if you remember, we got 100 here. You could see that we got 100 here, and this is summation of Fi di. So these are the figures that I am using below to find out mean of di. So mean of di is equal to minus 18 upon 100, or I can write mean of di is equal to minus 0.18. This is what I got. So now it would be very easy for us to find out the mean. So I can write mean is equal to, if you look here, what we took, mean is equal to a plus some mean of di. So our a is assumed mean. Our assumed mean that we consider for our calculation here is 8.5 plus di. Here we got di is as minus 0.18. So that is what I'm going to add now. Or I can write mean is equal to, 8.5 minus 0.18, or I can write mean is equal to 8.32. This is what we got as the mean. What we got? We got mean is equal to 8.32. This is what we got. Now we can note down our concluding answer, saying that because the question asked us to find the mean number of letters in the surnames, so we can write hence the mean number of letters in the surname surnames is 8.32. Hope guys we are very clear what we did in finding out the mean. After finding out the mean, we are going to move ahead to find out the median. Now guys, let us look here on the screen for the purpose of our median calculation. We are going to do our median calculation. So this is again the information that I have posted on the screen. So if you look here to the screen, we have the same that is being given in the question, like number of letters in one column and number of surnames in another column. So the number of surnames is nothing but the frequency. Now, as I told you, whenever we start our calculation, before doing anything, we are going to find out the sum total of the frequency. So I am going to again add here the sum total of the frequency. Whether you do mean, median or mode, it is always advisable to do the sum total. So sum total of the frequency is equal to 100. And guys, this 100 should match with our question. If you look to the question, as I told you earlier, this 100 is matching to our question, because the question told us that there are 100 surnames were randomly picked up. So this is what we got. Now guys, we very well know that for the purpose of median, we need to calculate the cumulative frequency. So for that reason, I am calculating the cumulative frequency first. So, and guys, I believe by this time we very well know how to find out the cumulative frequency. But still, let us see how we are going to do that. Now, the first number from the frequency column is 6. The second number is 30. That means I need to add 6 plus 30. I need to add this 30 to the 6 that we got. So I will get 36 here. Then I need to add 40 to the 36, that we will get 76. Then I need to add 16 to 76. I will get 92. Then if we add 4 to 92, we will get 96. And then if we add 4 to 96, we will get 100. Guys, one more interesting thing. The cumulative frequency, the last figure in the cumulative frequency that you will get, it should match to the sum total of the frequency. That is, you could see here it is 100 and the sum total here it is 100. If this figure does not match, then you will conclude that your cumulative frequency calculation is wrong. You need to check your calculation and you need to make it right. So guys, after calculating out the cumulative frequency, let us put the formula for finding out the median. After calculating out the cumulative frequency, let us note down the formula below for calculating the median. We know that the median is given by, the formula for the median is, is equal to L plus n upon 2 minus cumulative frequency upon frequency into class height. This is the formula for finding out the median. Now guys, what is n by 2 here? Before finding out the n by 2, we need to find out n, then only we will divide it by 2. Now here n is equal to, sum total of the frequency, that is called here as n. We call here it is n. Sum total of the frequency, we call it here as n. And now n is equal to sum total of the frequency, that is equal to 100. So we got the value for n. Now it would be easy for us to find out the value for n by 2 or n upon 2. I can write n upon 2 is equal to now 100 upon 2, or that is equal to 50. Now guys, this is the first step that we are going to find out. The first thing that we need to find out is n by 2. For calculating the median, we need to first of all find out the n by 2. Now we will see why we are first of all finding out n by 2. Let us focus on the table here, on the given table here, or the table that we are utilizing for our calculation. So guys, from this table, what we got? We got n by 2 is equal to 50. Now this n by 2 will help us to determine the median class. We need to first of all determine the median class. Now what is median class here? The median class here is that particular row of cumulative frequency which is just higher than n by 2. Just try to understand. The median class here is that row of cumulative frequency which is just higher than n by 2. Now here n by 2 is 50. The next higher figure to 50 is 76. So this particular row is going to be our median class. This particular row is going to be our median class. This 76 cumulative frequency, that particular row is going to be our median class, because here it is most important, or most thing that is mostly required is the median class. We need to find out the median class. We need to first of all find out the median class. So median class is 76. That is what we found out. We got first 50. Then median class is the cumulative frequency which is just higher than the n by 2. That is what we got, 76. Now after determining the median class, the class interval, the lower class interval is the lower limit here for us, and this 40, the frequency in the frequency column, this 40 is going to be our frequency, and just before the cumulative frequency, before the cumulative frequency of the median class is going to be our cumulative frequency. So what we got? We got cumulative frequency is 36, frequency is 40, and lower limit is 7. And we already know the class height is 3, because the difference between the upper limit and lower limit is 3. So with all these things in hand, we can easily find out the median. But before finding out the median, we should not move ahead directly. We should note down what we got. We got L is equal to 7, and we know H is equal to 3. We got n by 2, we got L, we got H, we got cumulative frequency which is 36, and we got frequency which is 40. So with these things in hand, we can easily calculate out our median now. Now the calculation of our median will become very easy, because we got all those things that are required for median. So I can write median is equal to, L, that is 7, plus n by 2, that is 50, minus cumulative frequency, that is 36, upon frequency, that is 40, into class height, that is 3. So this is what we got. Now we can quickly solve this equation and we can find out our median. So I can write median is equal to 7 plus 50 minus 36. 50 minus 36 is 14 upon 40 into 3. Or median is equal to 7 plus 2 sevens are 14, 2 20s are 40. So this is what we got, into 3. Or median is equal to, I can write median is equal to 7 plus 7 into 3 upon 20, just multiplying the 3. Or I can write median is equal to, 7 plus 21, 7 3s are 21 upon 20. What we got? Median is equal to 7 plus 21 upon 20. Or I can write median is equal to 7 plus 21 upon 20, we will get 1.05. 21 upon 20, we will get 1.05, or finally I can write median is equal to 8.05. So guys, what we got? We got median is equal to 8.05. This is what we got our median. Now, we found out median. So we need to put our concluding answer here is saying that because the question asked us determine the median number of letters in the surnames. So we can write hence the median number of letters in the surnames is hence the median number of letters in the surname is in the surnames is 8.05. And one other thing guys, here I am writing the concluding answer, but as the question asked us to find out the mean, median and mode, you can also write your concluding answer at the end after making all your calculations. That means after finding out the mean, median and mode, you can also write your concluding answers at the end of the note. Whatever the way you feel comfortable, you can write your concluding answer in that way. But highlight the things that you got. Highlight the way that I highlighted that median is equal to 8.05. I circled it. So you need to circle it so that the examiner can easily find out whatever the calculations you are doing. Now after finding out the median, we are going to move ahead and find out the mode. So guys, we are going to find out the mode of the given data. As per the questions, we previously found out mean, then median. Now we are going to find out the mode of the given data. So let us look here to this information, or this again in this tabular form. The information that is being given in the question, again I have taken this information in this tabular form. Now guys, you could see that in one column we have number of letters, and in another column we have number of surnames. So guys, as I told you, this number of surnames is the frequency. What we can do here is that we need to add the sum total of the frequency. We need to add the sum total of the frequency. So let us add the sum total of the frequency. Why we are adding, I will tell you. If we add the sum total of the frequency, we will get 100. So it is advisable to check that the sum total is matching with what is being given in the question. Again, in the question they have given 100 surnames they have picked up. So that means this is matching. Why? Though the sum total of frequency is not required here for the purpose of mode calculation, for the purpose of finding out the modal value, but still I am asking you to do the sum total of the frequencies so that we can check our numbers, because sometimes it might happen while entering the figures or while noting down the figure from the question in our answer sheet, we might do some mistakes. We might hurriedly we might end up in writing let's say instead of 30 we might write 36, or instead of 31 we might write 30, whatever it may be. By mistake we might end up in writing. So it is always advisable to check the total so that we will confirm, okay, whatever we are doing it correctly. Now guys, we are going to find out the mode. So let us first of all write down the formula for mode. Then it would be easy for us whatever the things that are required for finding out the mode. Now the formula for mode is equal to the formula for mode is equal to L plus, L is nothing but the lower class limit, L plus Fm minus F0 upon Fm minus F0 plus Fm minus F1 into class height. This is the formula for mode. Now looking at the formula, we require L, we require Fm, we require F0, we require F1, and we require H. So let us identify those things. From this table. Then only we can put those things in the formula, and then we can easily find out the mode of the given data. Now what is Fm here? Fm here is the frequency which occurs the maximum number of times. So that is what we can first of all find out. We call it as a modal frequency. The frequency which occurs maximum number of times, we call it as a Fm or modal frequency. This is going to be our modal frequency. FM. The frequency that occurs maximum number of times, we call it as a modal frequency FM. Now, after finding out the modal frequency, it becomes easier for us to find out F0 and F1. F0 is the frequency which is just preceding the modal frequency. That means here 30 is the figure for F0, and F1 is the frequency which is just succeeding the modal frequency, that is 16. That is 16 here. So the best way to determine F0 and F1 is, first of all, we need to find out the modal frequency. Modal frequency is the frequency which occurs maximum number of times. Then after identifying the modal frequency, the frequency just before the modal frequency is our F0, and the frequency after modal frequency is our F1. Now, after finding out the modal frequency, we can also find out the lower limit of the class, that is 7 here. The class that represents the modal frequency is the lower limit of the class that we are going to consider. So against this modal frequency, the class interval is 7 to 10. So we are going to consider the lower interval as 7. And guys, so what we got? We got L is equal to 7 here. And so we got L is equal to 7. L is equal to 7. And also we require class height. If you just look here, that 4 minus 1 is 3, or 7 minus 4 is 3. That means upper limit minus lower limit, we are getting 3. So here the class height is 3. With all these figures in hand, let us now put these figures in the formula and let us find out our modal frequency or modal of the given data. So let us find out the modal of the given data after getting all these things in hand. So before putting out these things in the formula, let us note it down here. So what we got L is equal to 7, we got height is equal to 3, we got modal frequency is equal to 40, we got F0 preceding frequency F0 is 30, and finally we got F1. F1 is what we got? F1 is 16. Let us confirm once. 40, 30 and 16. So these are the figures that we got for the purpose of our calculation. From this given table we got, or we extracted these figures. Now I can write mod is equal to L. That means 7 plus Fm minus F0. Fm here is 40. 40 minus 30, F0 is 30, upon again Fm minus F0, that means 40 minus 30 plus Fm minus F1, that means Fm minus F1, that means 40 minus 16 into class height, that is 3. So we can easily now solve this equation and find out the mode. So let us move ahead and solve this given equation, or the equation that we got above. So I can write or mod is equal to, 7 plus 40 minus 30. 40 minus 30 is 10, upon 40 minus 30 is again 10, plus 40 minus 16 is 24 into class height, that is 3. Or we can write mod is equal to, what we can write, or we can write mod is equal to, or I can write mod is equal to, 7 plus 10 into 3 upon 10 plus 24 is 34. So, or I can write mod is equal to 7 plus 10 into 3 is 30, 30 upon 34. So what we got? Mod is equal to 30 upon 34. We got mod is equal to 7 plus 30 upon 34. Hope guys till here we are very clear. Now 30 upon 34. Let us first of all find out what is the value for 30 upon 34. So I can write or mod is equal to 7 plus 30 upon 34, we will get 0.88. Or I can write mod is equal to 7 7.88, or I can write mode is equal to 7.88. So this is our mode that we got, and we can circle it so that we can highlight it. Even you can highlight it with any of the color pencils that you would have, so that the examiner can know that okay, this is the mode of the answer. So what we got? We got mode as 7.88, and we can write our concluding answer here is, because the question asked us determine the median number of letters in the surname, find the mean number of letters in the surname, also find the modal size of the surname. So we can write hence the modal size of the surname is, hence the modal size of the surname hence the modal size of the surname is 7.88. Or altogether you can write whatever the data we got for mean, median and mode, we can write those things at the end of this, and you can say that this is mean, this is mode, and this is median that we got for our calculation. Hope guys you understood what I did here in this calculation. I moved very slowly, step by step, so that you people could easily understand. But still, if you have any questions or doubts, please reach out to me in the comment section of this video. Definitely I will get back to you once I see your comments. Guys, if you really like my videos, please subscribe.
If you really like my videos, I would request you to kindly subscribe and also let your friends know. This will motivate me to create similar videos in the future. Thank you. Bye.